tutorial courtesy of WestKiss. You guys know that I've worked with them quite a few times and I am absolutely in love with their hair. Just look at the body on this hair. It's super duper. I say super duper a lot, don't I? But this hair is very pretty. It's full of body, and if you've been following, you know that I have dyed this hair, I've cut it, I've put so much heat into it, I've just done so many different things to this hair, and it's still holding it down and it's still in perfect condition. So this video is going to be a tutorial on how to darken your roots. I did take my roots down a little bit further than most people would, basically because of preference, but basically you're going to use the same techniques. If you just want to do a little bit, you would just stop obviously a little bit shorter than what I did, but I think it came out awesome. You guys seen in the last video I did for WestKiss last week how I got this beautiful brown color. I do have that video linked down below, so you guys seen how beautiful and vibrant it was, and I just wanted to show you how to make it a little bit more subtle by dyeing the roots black. I did use a quick box dye. I believe it's Revlon Color Silk. You'll see it in the video. The box dye was like $4 or cheaper, and I got it done super quick. It was done in like 20 minutes. So we're gonna roll to the tutorial, and then I'll be back with my final thoughts on this hair. So I took the Revlon Color Silk dye in blue black. All I needed was one box. Because you're only dyeing your roots, you really only need about a quarter of the box. In it, you get your conditioner, you get your developer, and you get your hair dye. Don't forget to take out your gloves. They're usually hiding in the instructions. You're going to combine the hair color and the developer. You just pour them. They're usually labeled step 1, step 2, so you would just basically pour 1 and 2 together. Put the lid back on and shake it up really nice. Now I'm going to pour mine into a coloring bowl. That way I can have more control to paint the dye on. First I'm going to cut off the seal on the hair dye. I'm going to pour about a half or maybe even a quarter of the hair dye into the bowl. Like I said, I'm not going to need all of it, because I'm only painting the roots. That should be enough, and it's going to continue to get darker and darker as the color processes, I guess you would say. So make sure you go ahead and detangle the hair and comb it out so that everything is perfect and even. Now just part wherever you want the hair color to start. It painted on. Now I did add the hair dye, and I did take it pretty low. If you wanted your roots to be a little bit shorter than mine, then of course just paint it shorter. Simply said. Now I'm going to go ahead and follow the same process all the way around. I've made it to the top of this section of hair. And again, I'm just taking it as far down as I want it. Now, if you don't want your roots blunt, just follow the same process and kind of point the brush the opposite way. This is going to help it to not look too, I guess, blunt. Now I'm on the other side and I'm doing the exact same steps. Again, I just want to be able to part the hair wherever I want and still have dark roots. You want to make sure that it's even on both sides, or as even as you can get it. Also, I took it much further in the back, which was not on purpose. So beware and go slow and pay attention so that you don't make the same mistakes I make, because I had to go ahead and even it out. And that was good enough, and these are the final results. I'm just taking a little bit of hairspray, and voila. And that pretty much was it. I just let it air dry overnight. Actually, it's been air dry for like 2 days because I didn't have time. And then I just went ahead and did like a light press to it. I didn't even need to do a hard press or anything like that. Like I literally just went around with my flat iron. You guys know I use the Babyliss Pro Prima 3000. I'll have it linked down below. But it gets super hot, so you don't really have to do a whole lot when it comes to pressing out your hair. And then I didn't put anything in it after I rinsed out the dye and the conditioner that comes with the box dye. And then I just put this Sebastian's Shapers Plus. This is my favorite holding spray, just to kind of help get rid of some of the flyaways in the front right here. And that was pretty much it. I just wanted you guys to see the difference of if you added black roots. Now I did add a lot for preference reasons, but of course if you just want your roots to be like literally in the roots, you know, stop it much shorter. Also, I used the brush for hair dyeing. If you want to be a little bit more precise, I would recommend that you use like a makeup brush. That way you can get it exactly where you want it. And then when I wanted to make sure it didn't look too blunt, I just took my brush and instead of like applying it like this, I kind of like stuck it in like this and just kind of like feathered it. That way it would, you know, basically do not like a balayage, but basically it would blend. So it's not just apply here and then stop. It's like you apply it here, stop, and then you kind of like go around like this. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but you see it in the tutorial portion of this video how I did it. It's not perfect, but because this hair is such a nice natural brown color, it didn't really need to be extra perfect. But let me show you guys what the hair looks like from the back. I feel like the back is where I made the biggest mistake because I went a little bit too far down in the back. But this was actually my first time trying to dye roots. So of course you practice and you learn. Practice makes perfect. But yeah, this is my hair from WestKiss. Originally this was Peruvian body wave. I believe I did 3 bundles and a front, so it might have been 2.5 bundles. I'll have the original review of this hair linked down below, as well as the video on how I dyed it, and then also the video on how I cut it, because it was longer bundles. So basically I played in this hair all month long, and this is pretty much where we're gonna stop with this one. I'm very happy and satisfied with the look. I feel like I really loved the bright, vibrant brown, honey brown that I did, but I kind of wanted to make it a little bit more subtle because I feel like that color was a little bit out there, and I did enjoy it for the time that I did have it. But now I'm happy to switch it up. As you can see, this hair has maintained its body. It's not dry or anything, even though I've cut it, dyed it twice, you know, and just done so much different things to it. I've put a ton of heat in it, and it's definitely maintained. Like, it's still really, really, really good hair. Even when it was wet from air drying, it had a nice little texture to it where it wasn't so dry and brittle. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tutorial. Hopefully you learned something. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check the description bar so that you can see all the videos that I've done for this hair. Also, you can get a link to where to purchase the hair and the links that I had and all that good stuff. Also, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends. And I'll see you in the next one.